3 of Accelerate to Awesome. My name is Etrulia Troy Lee, and I'm the CEO and founder of Women Enlightened and Economically Empowered, where we help women to create their best life by helping them to flourish in mind, body, and assets. So on yesterday, we talked about looking at your habits. We asked you to make a list of what some of your good habits were and what were some of those habits that you know were not so good. So one, we wanted you to make an intention of looking at those habits that were not so good and saying, how can I replace this habit? Or how can I break this habit? Some habits just need to go away, right? So today we want you to ask yourself, what new habits do I need to create in my life in order to move forward? It could be a wide range of things. One of the new habits I had to create, for an example, was I had to figure out a way for my desk not to be so messy. So I have a habit of working, and I will work until the wee hours of the morning. And then when I'm done, I just get up and I leave my desk. And it's a hot mess when I come downstairs in the morning. And then I'll get up in the morning after I do my devotions and my affirmations and my vision board and breakfast, etc. I just plop back at my desk and start working again. And I did not have a habit of cleaning up in between. So by the end of the week, I didn't know where anything was. Papers were everywhere. So I had to make a habit of figuring out how to keep my desk cleaner, because that definitely relieved my stress a lot. One habit I had to create in that scenario was to stop opening mail the moment it came in. Because I would open mail, I would know what it was about, then I would just lay it on my desk somewhere. So a new habit I had to create was I will open this mail when I'm ready to deal with the mail, whether it was pay the bill, whether it was file it, whatever I needed to do. I had to discipline myself to, one, keep it off my desk, and two, only open it when I was ready to address whatever issue was in it. That was one habit I had to get better in. So what are some habits you have to improve on? I had to create a new habit. This was when I was working in the school as an administrator. I had to create a habit of, if someone came in my office to speak with me, I had to give them my undivided attention. Because, you know, we know how to multitask as women, and it was not okay that they would come in my office, have a conversation with me, and I would be looking at my phone, I would still be looking at the keyboard, I would be doing everything else and saying, yeah, I can hear you. So I had to create a habit of, if someone is speaking to me, I must give them my undivided attention. A lot of us have a habit now, or we're in conversations with people and we whip out our cell phone immediately and just start scrolling. And what you've just said to that person is, you're not that important to me, or what you're saying is not that valuable. So I can look at my cell phone and talk to you at the same time. That's not a good habit in terms of influencing people or being around people or having yourself engendered to people. So that was a habit that I needed to break from the office, and then it was carried over to my cell phone. So what are some of the habits, what are the new habits you need to create? You've already identified what some of your good habits were, and yay, because we all have excellent habits in some areas. And you've already identified what some of your not so good habits were. But what new habits do you need to create? It could be just replacing that bad habit with a new one, or it could be a totally new habit that you want to create as you move forward in creating your best life. So think about that. What are the new habits you want to create? Make a list so you know exactly where you're going. And for each new habit, here we go, I want you to put a deadline on it. I want you to say, I will start working on this habit by whatever the date is. Because just making a list and saying you will change it doesn't mean it's going to happen unless you become intentional about working on a habit. I would encourage you to work on one habit at a time, because it's hard to break a lot of habits all at once. But make a list of those habits that you want to, the new habits you want to create. Okay? And that's it for today. This is Etrulia Troy Lee signing off. Life is not a dress rehearsal. You only get one chance. Create your best life now, and I'll see you tomorrow. Blessings and bubbles. Bye-bye.